And we are live. And we have 4 people already watching. Hello, Don Maserati. How are you, darling? Hello, Junk. What the fuck was that noise? Oh, I was just growling, making noise, I guess. All right. My bathtub buddy. Hey, John. What's up, my buddy? Yeah, I had to delete that video last night. I was a few too many red stripes. So tonight I am having a different beverage. I'm having cock and bowl. This is a ginger Moscow Mule soda. It's no alcohol. It is I'm sorry, hon. Yeah, I seen that. Chad was giving me grief. I thought I had posted in that group before, but I've been added to so many reseller groups lately. I think I had actually posted. Now that I think about it, in the Resale Mafia before, not in that one. But I do love to entertain, if nothing else. So what is going on with y'all? Steve. Oh, Steve, you got some minutes from me today. I got busy with customers, but I left your video on all your videos on play. So I think I watched like your first 17 videos. So get you some minutes there, hopefully. John. Oh my God, you're killing me, dude. I did not play Titanic. Oh man. Too funny. Too funny. And actually now I have Steve and John both in here. I would love to help pick your guys' brains for some help. And in return, I will look stuff up for you whenever you need it with my Terapeak account. But I desperately want to figure out how to do the what do you call it? The hangout, so I can actually invite people in to talk. Because I think my channel would be far better if I had like a panel of people. Anyway, so as my title suggests tonight, I'm going to do a daily reseller Q&A. Tonight I'm throwing in a rant because I got pissed the F off today, and talk a little bit about my storage unit strategy. A lot of the people I follow, a lot of people who've become my friends, a lot of people in the groups I belong to, a lot of y'all are do garage sales. Now, I love garage sales. I love garage sale. I love estate sales. But my problem, I guess, as a reseller is I have a full-time job. And actually, it might as well be 2 because I work 72 to 80 hours a week. My only days off, when I get a day off, is I have Sundays off because it's illegal to sell cars in the state of Texas on Sunday. And I get the first 3 Tuesdays off in the month. Don't get a day off the last week of the month. Nobody gets a day off of the car business because it's the last week of the month and everybody's trying to hit numbers. So I buy storage units. That's where I get my biggest haul of stuff. Much to my roommate's chagrin. As you can tell, I am in I have a 3-bedroom, 2-story apartment, 1,600 square feet. And one of the bedrooms has become my eBay room, as you can tell. Plus I have the master bedroom as well. And the living room and dining room are also eBay storage. What'd you say? In Texas, one must acknowledge the supreme being before being able to hold public office. One must acknowledge the supreme being before being able to hold public office. You said that twice. Okay. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Shane. Thanks for joining, guys. Okay. I get the first thing out of the way, the thing that really, really pissed me off today. So if you look at my eBay, and I am openly share my eBay account with everybody because I believe in cross marketing and promotion. My YouTube name is the 9-Pound Hammer. My eBay seller ID is the 9-Pound Hammer. I sold a HP 6900, I think it was, computer for parts of repair, no battery, no hard drive. It just basically was the shell, the screen, the keyboard, and what other internal stuff other than the hard drive. So I get a message that it sells. I have a buy it now. So the individual has to click on the buy it now. And then I require immediate payment. So then they have to then go log in to their PayPal to authorize payment to me and get the confirmation. And then 2 hours later, I get an email. And let me read this to you. Where is my messages? Bum, bum, bum. This person sent a message, an inquiry. Please cancel this order. This was an accident somehow. I'm not sure how. Thanks. Well, first off, you need to understand what the English comma is, because your punctuation is non-existent, and it's a run-on sentence. So I replied, how does one accidentally click buy it now, log into PayPal, authorize payment, confirm? How does that happen accidentally? And then there was no response for like another. Not to be, just I hate people like that. So I went a full day today without selling anything. So that was awesome. And I'm frustrated. I did the promoted listings that we were talking about the other day, and I went up to 10%. 10%. I have sold one shirt in 3 days for $17. So not really feeling that the promoted listings are worth a shit. Okay, let me catch up with the comments here. Everybody's got jokes. Let's see. Texas is illegal to take more than 3 sips of beer at a time while standing. Okay. Shane, right now I have 245 items, and it's a variety from computers to electronics to tools to designer clothes to baseball cleats. Um, it's a variety. Though I'm thinking about breaking my other eBay account out of retirement. Um, it was one I had when I was with the Roadshow. I have significantly more feedback on it, but it was all coins. That's all I did when I strictly sold coins. So I got like 600 people who follow it or whatever, but they're all like coin buyers. But I thought when I would start doing this a little more seriously, just rather than selling my coins, I created a new eBay ID to kind of keep everything separate. But I think I'm going to fire it back up. About 10 times. I have a guy who is a friend who called eBay about slow sales. Huh. They reset his account. What's that mean? That's the problem, Shane, is I have zero patience. I am not a patient man by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever. Huh. Resetting an account. So, but Sunday I'm off, and I've been watching Chick Picker and the last couple days, and they do their little what do they call it, the listing challenge twice a week or whatnot. And so I'm thinking about getting in on that, just to motivate myself. I mean, I'm paying monthly rent on 5 storage units. Not just like 5 by 10 or 5 by 5 storage units. These storage units are, one is a 15 by 30 and the other 4 are 10 by 25. They're huge, and every single one of them is stacked wall to wall, floor to ceiling. So, which kind of leads me into my storage unit strategy. So, there's 2 ways to buy storage units, at least here. One is a live storage unit, and that's kind of my favorite. I like, as a licensed and professional auctioneer myself, I love a live auction. It's fantastic. I love the adrenaline rush, um, the camaraderie you build with the other buyers. And here, there's so many storage units in Dallas Fort Worth. It can never run out. I think on the first Friday of the month, I try and go, or first Tuesday of the month, I try and go. And on that day, first Tuesday of the month, it's the same units, because they're cyclical. Every month, every day of every month, they're contracted to go to these. And so it's extra space storage units. And on the first Tuesday of the month, I think we do 24 storage facilities. And I try and buy a couple, and then I'll consolidate, because I'll get some that are small, and I'll consolidate them. So that's my favorite way to buy storage units, because it's a rush. But the other way is through online auction. I'm not going to say the name of the website or anything to give them any free publicity and in turn create competition for myself, because that would be stupid. But there is an a service where they post pictures. Each facility manager posts pictures of the unit, gives you a brief description of what's in there. So it's really the strategy in that one. It's just you gotta guesstimate because you get crappy pictures. There's no high detail. They don't go they don't go into the unit. They stand outside the door and they take as many pictures as they can, different angles to kind of give you a view of what's going on. So those units I can generally get cheaper because people, they can't physically see it there. They're generally not spending more money unless there's something huge. Like there was one last week that had a PT Cruiser, 2005 PT Cruiser in the storage unit with a bunch of shit piled all around it. That one I think went for like $2,000. No idea if that car runs. If it doesn't run, has no motor, no transmission, that is a giant paperweight. But the live auctions, they go, depends. Like if you get 30 seconds to look, and I try and create a formula in my mind. If a storage unit is 10 by 10, 10 foot high, you got 300 cubic feet basically of stuff. And if it's packed, you figure every box has 10 to 15 items. And so in a 10 by 10, I figure there is 2,500 items in a unit. So whether it's a video game or a pair of shoes or a shirt or whatever, silverware, bed sheets, pillows, coffee table, whatever. I figured $2,500 items in a 10 by 10, and then that grows exponentially on size. So my math formula is I try not to go over $250 on a 10 by 10 unit. So if that's the case, then every item I figure cost me 10 cents. Obviously, it's not a proven scientific formula, but that's my rationale and thought process as I'm looking at a unit. And then that changes too. If it's a 10 by 10, that's only halfway full, well then 1,250. And so then I only try and rationalize it unless I see something of intrinsic value in there. Then I say $125 is what I'm willing to spend. And it just, as the unit gets bigger or the unit gets fuller, that's my strategy. I have never spent more than $350 on a storage unit. I take that back. When I first did storage units, decade ago, I got a very, very valuable lesson. I bought a 15 by 20 for $890, and it had not been opened in like 15 years. Like the guy was a mechanic. That was the story. The guy was the mechanic, and they opened the door, and like 6 feet out, and on the left-hand side of the corner, all the way up, was just all used tires. So everybody was just like, "Oh my God, all his tools are going to be in there, everything." And the guy was a hoarder as well. So I ended up winning the unit for $890. I paid my staff at the time. I had my own discount warehouse business in auction barn, and I paid my staff. It was about a 7-hour chore. Paid 4 people, $12 an hour for 7 hours to go empty all of it. And we filled up 2 flatbed trailers, 40-foot flatbed trailers, got everything back to the warehouse, and every bit of it was garbage. Not a single saleable item, not one. It was literally boxes and tires and it cost me $2,100 to take it all to the dump. So that unit cost me $3,000. And that was a very, very valuable lesson. Just because something's full and it's got a lot of dust in it doesn't mean there's any value whatsoever. Conversely, I had a storage unit that was a 5x5 or I'm sorry, 5x10, but it had just like a regular 3-foot wide steel door. They open it up and all you can see is the back of a wicker couch. And I lived in Atlanta, Georgia at the time. And all you could see was the back of a wicker couch. You couldn't see above it, couldn't see below it, side it, through it, nothing. It was just a wicker couch. So I knew it was a 5x10. So I won the unit $175, and I had a Chevy Camaro at the time. And so after I paid and drove my car back there, pulling out the couch, there was actually 5 pieces of wicker furniture. It was like a wicker furniture patio set. There was a couch, a coffee table, and a love seat and 2 chairs. And one of the guys that had one of the secondhand stores there on Ponce, which is one of the streets there in Atlanta, he and his wife came by and they were chuckling, like, "You're not going to fit all that in that pretty little car. What are you going to do with it?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to sell it to you for $200. And he's like, "Why the hell did I pay $200? You paid $175 for the unit." I said, "You're correct, but we knew there was 1 piece of furniture. Now there's 5." So they laughed and agreed to buy it, and I didn't have to haul it. So it was great. I had to pay to dump the mattresses and whatnot, but in the back, there was a bunch of old lady clothes, like old lady clothes. And at that time, I had zero interest in selling clothes on eBay or anything. So I donated all those to one of the local Christian charity groups. And there was a stand-up jewelry armoire, and 5 of those, I don't have one in here, 5 of those Brinks fireproof home security safes with the keys. $40,000 in gold and silver jewelry and coins. Jewelry was in the armoire. Coins were all in the fireproof safes. And lots of 10-ounce silver ingot bars. So that was my greatest auction find ever in a storage unit. But again, that's my strategy. I use the same strategy. I went a little heavy at $175 on a unit I couldn't see anything in, but it paid off. Recently here in Texas, a buddy of mine, he and I have actually I've been going to storage units with 2 friends. One of them is actually one of my managers at work. And if you go back and see any of my older videos, we actually got the storage unit for $5. He gave me all the kids filled with like kids' clothes and furniture. He kept all the furniture. He made like $500 selling it out of his garage. I got all the kids' clothes and toys and whatever in my garage. I've not even listed a single item out of it. But so that was the cheapest locker I've ever got was $5. And then the ones I have here in Dallas, the most expensive one I paid was $360, and that was a 15x30. Let's see what some comments catch up. Sorry, he went for 1 sale a day. Oh wait, who are we talking to? Talking about? Oh, your buddy who reset this account. Shane, you said do it, Delden. Are you talking about the chick picker listing challenge? Contact Dwayne. 8 people watching, so where are them likes? Man, you are all Shane. Why'd you have to drop that company name? Let's see. Hi, Nikki. Let's see. Check out the Jason T. Smith video. Ow, Odin, quit clawing at me. I bought a storage unit for $2. Holy crap. $5 is the cheapest I've ever seen. Where you live at, Nikki? Wisconsin. I lived in Eau Claire for a minute and worked in Mondovi, if you know where that's at. Do you know? I tell you what, man, the people in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, were ridiculously nice. Super, super nice people. Oh man. So that's a little bit about my storage unit strategy, how I go about it, how I process it in my mind and justify me spending what money I do on them. Anybody have any questions? I'd love to field some questions. Anyone? Bueller. I'm from Duluth, but married a cheesehead, so I live in Wisconsin. I got a bunch of family from Minnesota. Hey everybody, it's my niece, Lexi. How are you doing, sweetie? Can you not read? My title says Reseller Q&A, eBay Rant, and Storage Unit Strategy. Everybody, Lexi is my niece. She's my kid sister's oldest child. And I'm trying to get her to come spend the summer with me down here in Texas from Illinois. And I'm going to put her to work listing shit for me on eBay and pay her a handsome wage to do so. Well, you tell Bella I said hi as well. And you are supposed to go see Grandma and set her up a YouTube account. I was talking to her tonight, and Grandma is a little YouTube retarded. So she needs your help, kiddo. All right, so talk to Mom. All right, so anybody have ideas, suggestions, questions, anybody wants to talk about? I am open for the questions. Odin, what are you doing? Come here, buddy. Everybody want to see Odin? Come here, buddy. Odin, your adoring fans want to see you. Oh, crap. And there is my other niece, Isabella. How are you, Bella? Look, Odin. Odin, look. Look. Hey. Look, buddy. Everybody there? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I was talking, and all of a sudden, like the sprint symbol came across my phone, and my phone rebooted. That was annoying. And we lost everybody, evidently. That sucks. I only got 5 likes. Boo. Of which one of those 5 likes is me. Nikki, did you get it was pretty cool watching you go garage sailing live this morning. That was awesome. Did you you get anything really cool? Oh, I guess I could go share my link in my Facebook and maybe get some more people. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, okay, we're back up to 10 people. Good deal. So, what'd you get today, John? Anything fabulous. Wish my parents lived down here, because when I garage sailing with my mom on vacation in Branson, Missouri, we had such the coolest time. Hunter ceiling fan. Nice. You know what? I want to show you something, because I know you said you were an over-the-road trucker. Oh, but I think it's downstairs. I got a vintage Cobra home base CB radio. It just needs, it had a lollipop microphone, but the guy couldn't find it, so I only paid $2 for this vintage Cobra thing. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go downstairs and grab that real quick. See what you think. Everybody, talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. No, I did not go take a deuce. Oh, winded though. I ran downstairs and ran upstairs. I went to grab this CB radio to show Nikki. It is a Cobra 90 LTD base unit. When I asked the old guy about it, he lit up like a Christmas tree and just told me stories for 15 minutes about this thing. And back in, I guess they used to be CB radio enthusiasts in the 70s or whatever. And he said his wife was going to owe him Red Lobster. Oh, God, it's winded. The dredges of obesity, children, let me tell you. Anyway, so I guess they had this thing out at like the previous 5 garage sales, and nobody had even picked it up to look at it or ask questions about it. And the wife was giving him grief for putting it out at that garage sale, and they made a bet that if he sold it, the loser would have to buy Red Lobster for the other one. So I made that old guy's day that day. Excuse me. Is Nikki still in here? Oh, yeah, sure. And then I bought a CB radio last year, and it was a husband had let her, she had kicked the husband out or whatever, and she was just selling off all this shit. And so I got this CB radio. He was an over-road truck driver. I got the CB radio that she had in a box for $10, and it had 2 boxes that went with it. One had an A and B switch, and then one was called she called it the black box or whatever. Supposedly it was illegal, but it was a Galaxy CB radio. Paid $10 for it. Got $400 for the CB and the 2 boxes that came with it. I was pleasantly surprised about that. Let's see. And then I got, in my most recent $30 storage unit, I got this thing. This is a giant case combination. And inside it shocked me. I didn't know what to expect, because there's lots of, there was a Heath kit 6-meter transistor radio or CB radio or whatever in there. So there's lots and lots of old electronics in the storage unit that I paid $30 for. And in here it's weird. There's like all kinds of old cell phones, and they got no boxes, but they got the owner's manuals. I mean, literally, this whole thing is just absolutely filled with stuff. I don't know what. Here's an old answering machine. There was a Sony Walkman in there. I've taken it outside already. A Kyocera flip phone. I mean, it's just tons of old electronic stuff in here. No idea if any of this is worth any money, but we damn sure gonna find out. That I promise. Oh, but this thing weighs like 300 pounds. I've got a metric shit ton of stuff I have to list. Why did I do that? Oh, it'll be fun to go through it all, that's for sure. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate it. I've actually, and I will give full credit to you and Bearded Picker. This week, I went from, hold on, let me tell you. I had 59, today's Friday. I had 59 subs Sunday night when I went to bed. And, Tuesday morning, I got up and did the Bearded Picker show. And I got 35 subs from just doing his show. And right now, I am at 159. So I'm up 100 subs in less than a week. But I did Bearded Picker show. I've done a couple of live streams with you, and I've been interacting like a lot more. I've been watching Chick Picker. I watch her morning shows, and I just interacting with more people in their live shows, making internet friends. And I got 3 subs last night just from my bathtub stream, and that was only 19 people viewed that. Yeah, that was weird. I couldn't get my damn YouTubing on my iPad is weird because like either way I turn the camera, it makes my head really round or really tall. It was weird. And then Odin kept wanting to climb behind me while I was in the tub. So let's see. Woohoo! I got 9 likes. What do the likes do? I mean, I'm new to the YouTubing, not new to reselling, just new to YouTube. So I'm not quite sure what the likes represent, what they do, how people find me or find my show or anything. You know what? Nikki, you are now a moderator. Hey, is Junk Treasure still in here? I think that's her name. I meant to see if I was subbed to her or not. Oh, Junk Trader, that's it. And the Golden State Warriors have swept the Cleveland Cavaliers. You heard it here first, folks. And if any of y'all would be willing to help me out and give me an education on OBS and Hangouts and live streaming, I would be forever grateful. I will be your personal research person, as I have other avenues for research other than just Worth Point and Terra Peak or whatnot. I also have a plethora of knowledge. Junk Trader. Let's see. She's cute. Wonder if she is single. I doubt it. She has small children in her videos. Oh, well. Need to find a wife. That's what I need to do. I need to start my live stream reality TV show. Get one of them like spy cameras or whatever, like in my ink pen, and like just go on a bunch of Tinder and Bumble dates. Maybe. I sound pathetic. I know. All right, let's go back. Dun dun dun. I need to get a new laptop. I punched my laptop the other day because it was not working. My camera on my laptop does not work, so therefore I have to live stream from my phone as it sits atop my laptop. I tried to get my GoPro. I tried to use it as my camera, but I'm also GoPro retarded and cannot get that to work either. I'm just not technologically savvy like I used to be. Stuff has surpassed me. Anybody want to buy any snakes? I have snakes to get rid of. My heart is not in it anymore. Here's a little frustration. I bought 200 of those Funko Daryl Dixon chopper pops. I've not sold one of them yet. Lexi says, when something's not working, punching it isn't going to make it better. Well, why don't you tell your mom that? Because she does that shit too. I do have I have a Nicaraguan boa that's out in my garage. He's probably about 15 or 20 pounds. And he is not nice. I also have an albino California king that I rescued from a couple that had him since he was a baby. He's about 11 years old, and he's just filled with piss and vinegar. I forget what they named him, but I call him Bitey McBiterson because he'll just bite at everything. Absolutely everything. Hey, Wolf. What's going on, buddy? I assume that you are a dude. I don't know, but I'm assuming that Wolf is a dude. Wolf, for the last few years, I have been breeding Brazilian rainbow boas, and then I also I run the DFW Reptile Rescue Squad. Oh, well, I'm an ass, so sorry, madam. So I breed Brazilian rainbow boas, or I have for the last few years. I have a couple of designer balls, and Bitey McBiterson is a albino double stripe California king, and then I have chocolate banana ring striped, and my place where I live. I do also hold an exotic pet license, and they are to give me 48 hours notice before they come in and spray, and they did not. And the other day I came home, and of my 33 animals, only 10 of them were still alive. And I was an emotional basket case. I was, to say that I was pissed off would be the understatement of the century. I can pull out my only surviving female breeder rainbow. It would take some work if y'all wanted to see it, but I can do it. Last time I pulled out a ball python the other day, and everybody freaked out like it was the end of the world, and like half the people left the live feed. All right. Well, John, Wolf is a lady, and well, I must do what the ladies request. So give me just 1 minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Yes, Lexi, your mother would shit herself if you brought home a snake. All right, be right back. Hello, Bonnie. I realize the lighting in here sucks. You can't really see her colors or her rainbow very much. Oh, that didn't help at all either. So this is Cassava. She is a 4-year-old Brazilian rainbow boa. And she is one of the most docile boas I've ever had. And she loves to get out and climb. Getting her back in her habitat will probably take 5 times as long. She's going to get caught up on my earpiece, I'm sure. Well, Lexi, if you come help me out this summer, I'll be more than happy to send you home with a snake. I love Viper Keeper. That dude has got a set of steel balls, let me tell you. Yeah, I love Viper Keeper though. I have a lot of mad respect for him. Where'd you go, Cassava? Where are you going, honey? You can't. Come on. Uh-oh. Where are you going? Nope. Nope. Ah. All right, so this was probably a bad idea. This was a bad idea. Oh, look, and my phone fell again. Let's see. He has 10-pound testicles. Yes, Dawn. Lexi is my niece. So I've not bred Cassava. She was going to be bred with my Hypo Picasso. I had a $3,000 male that I was going to breed her with, and he is now deceased. So I'm gonna put her back because doing the show and keeping her wrangled in is proving to be a bit difficult. Yeah. Oh, you ain't gotta put your potty mouth away. You should hear my sister. Anyway, so yeah, I have a lot of iron fire. I have severe ADD Always have something. Anyway, so yeah, so I guess we covered a little bit of the basics, a little bit of Q&A, my eBay rant, my storage unit strategy. Hello, Thrifty Santa. So, yeah, I know. Let's see. Wolf, do you have any content on your channel? Nope. You have 67 subscribers though, but it does not show. Oh, okay. Wait, there you do. Uploads. June concert of 2012. It's been a while since you've uploaded anything. It's been like 5 years since you've uploaded. So, now my eBay rant, I had somebody, like 99% of my stuff is all buy it now. I had somebody buy a laptop that was for parts of repair. No battery, no hard drive. It only came basically with the shell, the keyboard, and the screen. They bought it. They confirmed they wanted to buy it. And then they logged into PayPal, confirmed they wanted to pay, and then paid. And then sent me an email 2 hours later that says, "I'm sorry, I don't know how this happened. I bought this by mistake." And it's really interesting. Also, one thing I did not say is I checked out their eBay, and all they sell is for parts to repair broken computer stuff, computer batteries, cell phones, etc., etc. But yeah, so I thought that was odd. Well, if you could post about anything, I post about all kinds of shit, random stuff. Hell, I posted from the bathtub last night. Oh, hey Sam, hey Val, how are y'all doing? Val, I was just telling these guys a little bit ago that on Sunday I'm going to do the challenge. My niece. Okay, so everybody in the chat, Lexi is my niece. She's my younger sister's oldest child, and she will probably make videos of playing Minecraft or Fallout 4. Oh, sorry, I did not realize you did not like being called Val. I will call you Valerie. Oh, I would love to do 50 a day for 7 days, but alas, I have a hard time doing 3 a day with, working 13, 14 hours a day. So I'm at like 244 items right now. I would love to be at 400 by the end of Sunday. There you go, Lexi. That'd be good for you. Paintball jerseys? I didn't know there was such thing as a paintball jersey. What's a whole lot of subs in a week? What did I miss? What am I missing here? I tell you what, Don. I went home for Christmas, and Lexi broke out her phone of like some of the I won't call like special effects makeup. Like she showed me a picture of her friend, and I literally thought this girl had been like hacked in the face with an axe, and it was all shit that Lexi had done. It was crazy. Hey, is John still in here? John, where are you? Did he go over and start going live himself? Nope, not yet. Sam, maybe if I could get off the chat, I can do one today. Lexi, you can send me whatever you want. Oh. See, I came home, was going to list, and then I said, you know what? I'm just going to live stream. Yeah, might actually. Are you talking about starting over a new face or new eBay account? Because here's something I've noticed, like my my other eBay account I've been on since 1999, and I sold coins, and literally everybody, as soon as they get an item and they examine it, they leave you positive feedback. Now, I'm lucky if I get 1 in every 15 people leave me a feedback. It's so very frustrating. But I think I'm gonna, as I mentioned earlier, fire that account back up again. It's frustrating because they all want their feedback when they buy it. Okay, Santa, how much do you pay per item, or do you pay by the hour? Because I'm seriously, like, my niece is going to come down hopefully and stay a month with me. I'm going to put her to work. And then I'm thinking about adding on some other people. So, like, how do you determine what you pay people? $10 an hour. Well, that's fair. $2 per listing. Now, does that count for multiples? I just listed 200 Funko Pops. I'd like $400, please. See, my problem is when I had my just per listing going rate is $52. See, that's the thing is like I'm not a micromanager, but like I'd really have to trust the person. Here's the other thing I would pay somebody to do. I need to pay somebody to be my cleaner slash tester because I hate testing all the electronics. It's so tedious and time consuming. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Holy cow. So here's another question. Are you guys for or against sharing your eBay IDs? For me, and let me explain, I feel that if I share my eBay ID on my YouTube, well, then that's marketing. It's cross posting, basically. It's drawing an audience to go look at my stuff who otherwise may never see my stuff. And if somebody buys something that, I may have a widget and they may be looking for a widget and not realize it until they scroll through all of my listed items and be like, oh, you know what? I've wanted one of those. I think I will buy it from this handsome big man who is on YouTube. And I will help support his livelihood and give him an income so that he can purchase himself a mail order bride from a foreign land. Oh, Lexi, you gotta. That's creepy. That's creepy as shit. Huh. I'm against it unless I trust other sellers. Some scammer type chick who used to be a friend used to spy on my listings and talk about them to people. Well, I mean, publicity is publicity. What would she say? Night, Valerie. Oh, Santa's leaving too? Oh, I'm losing my audience. No. I have more of an incoming inventory problem. and listing. I agree. I agree. I don't know. To me, I try and see the good in people, and I tend to think there are more good people than bad. I just try and stay positive. Um, but I'm a huge proponent of marketing. Um, and sometimes you can have something, and here's something that I noticed more than ever this past week. Like this past week, I had more sales than I had probably in the last 5 months combined. I don't know if any of you have seen any of my Facebooks or my uh, eBay. I post my eBay all the time on Facebook. Um, I posted a 2014 Porsche Carrera 911 on eBay. Started it at 99 cents. It went up to $56,000. But I started it so low that thousands of people were reviewing it. And inevitably, somebody looks at, um, a $60,000 car I got listed for 99 cents. Um, they look at my other stuff. And actually, if I wish I could do a screen share, I actually sold a couple of Brooks Brothers shirts to a guy that had been looking at the Porsche. So I'm just a huge proponent of putting yourself out there. More people look up your stuff, the more people, the more stuff you'll sell. It's a numbers game. I mean, that's what everybody bitches about the algorithms is nobody sees their stuff when they do a search for it. But yet we have a tool in YouTube, I feel, that will help draw people not just to just your, you know, vintage sewing machine you have listed, but to all of your items. Um, so, I mean, that's my theory on it. And everybody has um, that's just my personal opinion, and I am entitled to my perfect and correct opinion. So, I mean, but okay. So here's a question, Nikki. I mean, do you really think there are that many people out there that will sabotage your eBay store? I mean, to me, I don't know. I mean, like we're all fairly decent human beings. We're not like all uber popular YouTubers who get a lot of haters. I mean, we're people who buy shit at garage sales and storage units and put it for sale. Well, she sent them to me on my other cell phone, and I'm on this cell phone. But okay, so Sam, that point's completely invalid. One rotten apple. I mean, come on. Like there are douchebags and tools that will buy something and return it a week later after they've used it. Hey, what's up, Elmer? So I mean, that's completely to me. That's not a valid reason not to. I mean, there are people out there who are just wanting to get some shit for free or get a discount on it, and so whether they, you know, or I mean, that's going to happen either because you have something for sale anyway, or whether they saw you on YouTube or not. I mean, more often than not, it will be not because of YouTube. Because, I mean, we all follow people because we may not see eye to eye. We may not agree with them, but we follow people who are like-minded. Like all of us who are resellers, like we follow each other because we're a community, we're a family. And I don't see a lot of hatred or jealousy. I see a lot of people who boast and claim to be, Uber sellers or whatever. But I mean, those guys are easily seen through and called out on their bullshit. But I don't think they're the type of people who go jack with somebody and buy some items and cancel the order on, because I mean, it just seems ludicrous. And you're going to have that whether they're from YouTube or not. I mean, I sold a tuxedo. The guy wanted to return it 2 weeks later. Said it made him uncomfortable. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the tuxedo. The mom probably bought it for her son for prom because it was in May. And he wore it for prom and wanted to return it. So, because people want shit for free. And I think those of us who are on YouTube that are resellers, we understand the plight, and we're not out there to screw each other. Also there are people who watch YouTube just to watch YouTube. They don't have a channel or anything. And if they find somebody they like, I'm more than willing to put my neck out there. I will be the guinea pig. Everybody knows that they can find my stuff on eBay if they want. And if I get a mad rush of people buying my stuff and then returning it because they saw it on YouTube, then I will be the first person to swallow my pride and say I screwed up. And then I will change my seller ID. But I just think a lot of people are missing out on an opportunity. Like there are some of you people that I have absolutely love your channels. I love watching you. And you list something or you pick something up at a garage sale. And I'm like, oh, I so want to buy that. But then nobody will share their eBay IDs. So I don't get the opportunity to buy it or bid on it. And you're missing out on an income, I think. So that's my 2 cents worth. Hey, Elmer, are you still in here? Elmer is one of my very dear friends. Went to high school together. So, what's going on with you, buddy? I know you used to watch all my Facebook Live videos, but I quit doing Facebook Live. Because there's no monetization in Facebook Live. But I only have 159 followers here, so there's no monetization here either. Oh. So, does anybody wholeheartedly disagree with me? About anything, Shane. Odin, I bring you up on my lap and then you jump down. Make up your damn mind. I mean, it's a numbers game. That's what we're battling. In eBay and their new algorithm systems, like our shit's not showing up. I mean, let me pull up I'll show. Oh, I can't show you, but I'll tell you what my numbers are. They are pathetic. I've had about 300 items listed on a regular basis for the last 3 months. Let's see. In the last 90 days, I have done a whopping $1,381. 571 in the last 30 days. $75 in the last 7 days. I've had one return, and it was a shirt that, after going back looking at the pictures, there was a stain that I missed. Granted, I've not been doing YouTube very long either. I've been on YouTube for a year. I've been making steady videos for about 2 months. So, maybe if I blow up and get big, like somebody famous or whatever, somebody who's big time in the reseller community or whatever, then maybe I'll have a change of heart, because maybe I'll get fans and stalkers and women sending me their unmentionables in the mail because they think I'm a giant piece of man flesh to be had. Elmer with a fat joke. But I'll have you know, Elmer, I am 179 pounds lighter than last time you seen me. I know it's hard to tell. I'm still a giant fat dude, but absolutely, Sam. You get in what you get out. And to me, social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, it's all a tool to be used. I mean, yes, you might get 10 times as many scammers. And again, you could be selling 10 times the merchandise as well. That's all I'm saying. It's a tool. It's an avenue. Oh, what did Sam say that deems an amen? What did I miss? Oh, you get in what you put in. Yep. Yep. I would love. You know what? Like I'm big into shopping locally. Small town grocery store over Walmart Supercenter any day. And like that, I like to support my friends. If I need something or whatever, I would like to buy from my network of friends before I buy somewhere else. It's just my thought process. Tell you what, my back in late 90s, my friend Cameron sold a camcorder, big VHS cassette camcorder, right, for like $700. It was like top of the line. Hey, Barry. So he sold this camcorder to a dude in Nebraska for $700, and then the guy did a PayPal claim, said it didn't work, and they immediately took the money out of Cameron's account and gave it back to him. And then the guy never sent the camera back. And this went on for like 2 weeks. Like he would call him over and over again. Dude never responded. So he comes, wakes me up one morning. He's like, "Come on, we're going on a road trip." I'm like, "Where are we going?" He's like, "We're going to Lincoln, Nebraska." I was like, "Oh shit, it's about to get real." So yeah, we drove 10 hours to Lincoln, Nebraska, and knocked on the dude's door, got the money back, drove 10 hours back. Thank you at Thrifty Santa, hence why we are no longer associated. What? What am I missing here? What? I guess I'm missing something here. Anyway, Elmer, are you still teaching or are you on summer break? Hey Barry, are you still trying to do your 1,500 listing? Because if you are, I have the items for you. Over here, those boxes, and that box down there, those 3 boxes in the corner, that box there. I bought a $30 storage unit, and in those boxes are 600 unopened, still sealed, 4-hour long feature adult films. I will sell them all to you for 50 cents a piece. They should be fairly easy to list and get you a third of the way to your 1,500 listing goal. There are 600. He said hard. Like part of me thinks it'll be easy money to sell them, but then I have the moral conflict as well. So I don't know. I know Elmer is probably laughing on the inside or out loud. Actually, he hears I have a moral conflict about anything. Lexi, you did not need to hear all that. I thought you were gone. Oh, Santa, I've been on the naughty list since I was like 5 years old. You should know that by now. Hey, Dwayne. How are you, buddy? Or is it Mrs. Hale? Uh, The mothership has landed. It is the Dwayne. I know it'll all ship media mail. Hello, Hawkeye. Dwayne, John of Nevermore Antiques told me that I should tell you I would like to be on your show, as I have 5 storage units full of shit that I need to unload. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not quite sure how it works. I've never actually been able to make one of your auctions. When you guys were doing Tanya's auction, I think I was driving back from my vacation in Branson. I need to figure out. I was thinking about doing my own because I am actually a licensed and professional auctioneer. I went to the Missouri Auction School, the Harvard of auction schools. At least that's what they build themselves out to be. Let's hear my call. $1 bid, not two, not two, not two, $2 bid, not three. I'm a $2 bid, not three, not three, not three, not four, not five. I'm a $5 bid, not seven and a half, not seven and a half, not 10, not 10, not 10. I'm a $10 bid, not 12 and a half, not 12 and a half, not 15, not 15, not 15. I'm a 15, not 20, not 20, 25, 5, 5, 20, not 25, 20, not 25, 20, not 25, 25, not 30, not 30, not 30, not 30, not 30, 30, not 35, 5, 5, 5, 30, not 35. Will you give me 35? I'm at 30, not 35. So. It's easy. Literally, like in an auction school, the first thing they teach you is the Betty Botter tongue twister. Well, they teach you a couple other tongue twisters, but the Betty Botter is the one tongue twister that really gets people to develop their cadence. So, like literally in day one auction school, they see that's the thing is when you breathe, when I can still do my auction chant while inhaling. So, but like with the tongue twister, so they teach you Tommy Atadamus. So Tommy Atadamus tied two T's, high atop two tall trees, and you go over that over and over. So they teach you the small tongue twisters, and then you get to Betty Botter, which is Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said this butter is bitter. If I put this, what? Apparently what? What did I miss? My uncle is lit, guys. Like literally. Alexis, you're too sweet, honey. So the Betty Botter is Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said this butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of better butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So 'tis better. Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter. So they teach you that, and then you fumble fuck it for hours, and then as you develop it, you develop your own cadence with it. So, and you get faster and faster and faster. So then it becomes Betty bought her boss some butter, but she said this butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So does better. Betty bought a bit of butter. So, and then you just Betty bought some butter, but she said butter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter. So does better bought a bit of butter. So you develop your cadence from that. Now, like when I do my auction chant, I don't use a lot of filler words. Like you heard, I as soon as I hit $15, I literally take out 95% of the filler words. Occasionally, I will do the 20 now 25 5 will you give me 25. So sometimes I'll throw the will you give me, but like so many auctioneers, and it's so frustrating. You'll go to an auction, they got so many filler words. People are literally dumbstruck because they have no idea who has the bid and what the dollar amount is, because a lot of older auctioneers, or even some new auctioneers, they can't breathe. They fill up too much time with filler words, and everybody is lost. So as soon as I hit $15, or depends on what the value of the item is. So if I'm starting off at $100, as soon as I get to like $100, $150 or $115, I will completely take out all the filler words, and it's strictly numbers. Whenever I do an auction, you never are left confused, because as soon as I hit 15, I take out the filler words, because I'm at 15, no 15, no 15, no 15, no 20, 20, 20, no way you give me 25. 15, no 20, no 20, no 20, no 25, 5, 5, 5, 5, 25, no 30, no 30, no 30, no 30, no 30. Will you give me 30, 20, no 5, no 30, no 30, no 30, no 30, no 35, 5, 5, 5, 30, no 35. And so I like my chant. I develop my chant because I want clarity. I want transparency, and I don't want anybody ever to leave my auction being like, what the hell was he saying? So I think as much as I appreciate the offer, Shane, 30 cents a piece is, I would be giving them away at that point. Let's see. Wait. You're absolutely right, Hawkeye. Absolutely right. Here, Dawn, you say Poshmark, you lowballer. Here's the thing: like, I buy on Mercari to then resell on Poshmark, because but like on Poshmark, the only thing I sell is like Tiffany jewelry, or high end designer costume jewelry like Hattie Carnegie, Bouchier, B. David, stuff like that. But I'll buy that shit dirt cheap on Mercari, and then sell it for 10 times my money on Poshmark. Yeah, absolutely, Dwayne. Absolutely. I'm all about. All right, Elmer, take care, brother. Oh, Elmer, don't go nowhere yet. Hold on, I've got to tell you something. So, I I have a torn rotator cuff, and I went to see I went to see my doctor, and then she scheduled me an appointment with the what do you call him, orthopedic surgeon, and the orthopedic surgeon gave me a prescription, and then I went to the pharmacy, and I got a date with pharmacists. So maybe our good friend Mike Clark will not be the only one. Oh, inside joke. All right. So what? Okay. What's my niece doing? Uh, Lexi, first step auctioneer, next step 2018 rapper. Lexi, before you were born, I was in a rap group in high school. Actually, Alexis, ask your mom about the rap that she and I wrote in junior high school. I bet she can still sing it to you. Ask your mom to sing you the Vietnam the Vietnam soldier rap song that she and I wrote. Oh my god. Uh no, Dwayne. No, not at all. Uh, let's see. I also heard you. Yes. Yes, I was. I was the 1985 Illinois State breakdancing champion for fourth, fifth, and sixth graders. Yep. God, your mom telling all kinds of stories about me. I got 20 viewers and only 14 likes. I sound like John from Nevermore Antiques. No, now I'm fat dude. I cannot break. I will break my neck dancing nowadays. I do not. Okay, so Barry, I am not full time. Um I sell Audis for a living. Um, I used to be full time. I am a licensed and professional auctioneer. I had at one point I had three warehouses in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I had some bad business dealings, um, and basically lost my entire life savings. Um, let's see. So yeah, so at the age of 40, I moved back to Illinois with my parents briefly. A friend of mine was a general manager of an Audi dealership, asked me to come be their social media strategist, internet marketing manager. Did that, and Audi dealership here in Texas um, noticed that a small little dealership in the middle of nowhere, Illinois, had surpassed them. And I got a call at 1:30 in the morning one night from the owner of a dealership and said, I want to move you to Texas. So I moved. I worked for them for a year, left, and came to Audi Dallas. Um, I've gotten back into the reselling about, I guess I got back into it seriously in October again. Um, so I started doing storage units again. What are you talking about, Dawn? So yeah, so uh, I'm actually in negotiations with a gentleman on the one of my videos I posted a couple months ago. I'm still negotiating with that guy about a warehouse, 4,000 square foot warehouse. Um, oh, um, so I'm hoping to get this warehouse to condense the 5 storage units I'm paying rent on, and then sell all the small stuff full time on eBay. Um, Not full time. Sell all the small stuff on eBay with some full time help. I want to hire a few people, and then once a month do a auction for like the large pieces, the furniture, the couches, stuff like that that obviously can't sell on eBay. I have zero interest in doing the offer up or local stuff. I have a lawnmower. I counted. I've had 121 inquiries on this Yardman 6.5 horsepower lawnmower. It's damn near brand new. I'm asking $60 for this $280 lawnmower. 121 people have said, "Oh, I'll be there in an hour." Not a single person has ever showed up. I don't have time for that. My time is far more valuable uh, than to just sit around with my thumb in my ass waiting for some clown to come up and buy a $60 lawnmower or a $10 bicycle from me. So my goal is all the big stuff to sell at live auction once a month. Scroll up, Delvin. Yeah, he moved. You know, I miss him. They are dreaming big. It's a running joke. I don't like what people are following. Well, Sam, the reason I want to get rid of this lawnmower is I found it in a storage unit. I live in a gated community apartment. I have 0 yard. It's taking space in my garage. Do you have next door in your area? I don't know what that is. Delvin, you have next door app. Never heard of it. You know, Shane, if you're serious, maybe we could do a trade. Bubble mailers for porn. Will you set up a platform for your auction or use another? Well, in the auction community, there's a couple of like live auction platforms. So like you can have the people in your audience in your gallery, but then people can bid live online as well. I used one, did not care for it at all. Would always have problems. People would say that and it wasn't because I had extremely powerful internet. It was their service, and their back end service sucked. So probably won't go that route again. Let's see. Yeah, I watch Resale Rabbit. Actually, Resale Rabbit buys pallets from a friend of mine in Minnesota. Um, so it kind of, I knew of him before um, I saw him on YouTube. So a guy, the broker that he buys his pallets from, like recently he did the video where he bought the 6 pallets or whatever for $2,000. He bought those from a personal friend of mine. This is delicious. I don't see nothing wrong with the little rise and grind. It was hot, Lexi. It was hot and miserable. I sold 1 car. Internet shopping. Have your pharmacist friend throw a couple sampler packs. One more deal. That's a good idea. Hey, and if y'all would love, like, if you're enjoying my big, handsome, fat ass and think I'm funny or smart or witty or handsome, or just want to watch more videos sometime, please hit the subscribe button. I have a goal. I want to hit 300 by the end of the weekend. And actually, I did another contest video the other day. So for every 25 new subscribers I get from when did I post that video? Thursday? From like Thursday. No, I guess it was yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was Thursday. I was at 149. So from 149 going forward, for every 25 subscribers I get, I'm going to give away a random silver coin to a random subscriber. So yeah, so that's a little philanthropy, I guess. I don't know who Adina is. And Dawn, you won matrimony, from what I understand. You said that you were my new fiance or something. Oh, okay. Well, see, now I can follow along. I will call her Adina instead of Woof, because I thought she was a dude. I was put in my place and corrected. No, you did not win an Audi. No, to win an Audi, you must take my hand in holy matrimony and become my wife. I drive an Audi. My nieces are all awesome. And they're all so very different from each other. It's crazy how three completely different personalities crawled out of my sister is beyond me. Oh, I'm not into polygamy. I wouldn't say I'm a jealous man, but I do not share. I love Utah. One of my very best friends from high school lives in Bountiful. I think I mentioned that to you the other day in one of your videos. It's so beautiful there. And I love Ogden. Like when I was with the Roadshow, I did a show in Ogden and absolutely fell in love with Ogden. And then there's another town not too far. I think it's north of Bountiful. Layton? Does that sound right, Dwayne? Am I saying that right? Or Lawton? We did a roadshow event there. Yeah, that was a fun little town. And y'all have one of my favorite restaurants in the world in Salt Lake. There's only like 8 or 9 of them in the U.S. But if you've ever eaten at Tucano's Brazilian Steakhouse, if you've not, you need to go do it because it is off the chain amazing. I agree to a sister wife if she didn't touch my hubby and cleaned. Oh, Nikki, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. I love Tucano's. It's one of my top 5 restaurants in the United States. I do both, Barry. I prefer to do live, but my schedule, I work almost 80 hours a week. So time doesn't really permit. So I try and do my live auctions the first Tuesday of the month. Odin, what? You come up here and then you'll hang around for about 30 seconds and then you will want back down. So no, you're not coming up here. And now you made me knock my phone down again, jackass. Oh, is Santa leaving? Yep. Good night, Santa. Yeah, that's true, Nikki. It is. But here's one thing I've learned with the online auctions is people are chicken shit. Like they are scared to pull the trigger on something that they can't physically see in front of them. I have gotten some ridiculous deals uh, on the online auctions. Odin is back, everybody. Ow! I'm going to beat you in the forehead. No, the headphone cord is not a chew toy. Are we going to butt heads? Are you going to be an asshole? Huh? He got me right on the tip of the nose. All right, Odin, you're making too much noise for my people. Thank you, Odin. I appreciate you turning around so your ass is in my face. That's awesome. Yeah, Lexi. So Grandma was talking to me the other day and said that if you came out here, you wanted to bring your dog. I don't think that would work. Okay, can we quit talking about the porn, please? Especially with my niece in the chat. You haven't missed much, Shane. What's the best storage score? My best storage score. You weren't in here. I was in Atlanta. Paid $175 for a unit. It had all you could see. It was a 5x10, and 5x10. All you could see it was a 3-foot door. One, it's just like a regular door you open, and all you could see is the back of a wicker couch. Had 5 pieces of wicker patio furniture that I sold to a guy in a resale shop for $25 more than what I paid for the whole unit. And inside the unit was a stand-up jewelry armoire and 5 Brinks fireproof security safes. There was about $40,000 in gold coins, silver coins, and jewelry. Hey, Green, how long you been here? I didn't even see you come in. But also, I told the story when I first started doing storage units. I paid $890 for a unit that was 15 by 30, and it was packed floor to ceiling. And then I had 4 employees that I paid $12 an hour for 7 hours to empty that entire unit in a day and put it on 2 40-foot flatbed trailers, go back to my warehouse and sort it, and every bit of it was garbage. Cost me $2,100 in dump fees. So I lost $3,000 on that one. Yes, Lexi, I looked at them. I don't know how to show them because you sent them to my Illinois cell phone. I'm YouTubing on my Texas phone, and watching the chat on my laptop. Yeah, they're very cool. Actually, the one where you put a goatee on yourself or whatever, you look like your dad when we were in high school. Shane, I'm doing the challenge on Sunday too. So I have a secret weapon for the challenge. They will all be separate listings, but they will all be very, very similar. I have 84 ball caps. Each one of them different. Snapback trucker caps. I bought 84 of them at the storage unit, or not storage unit, at the a little place called Riley's Thrift Store in Branson, Missouri. I bought all of these for 50 cents a piece. And actually, if you look at my recent sales, I had one. It was a 173rd Airborne Vietnam veteran hat that I sold for $25 the other day. So I got about 70 left to list. So, damn it. I need like a tripod for my damn camera because I keep knocking it over. So here's going to be my Sunday listing. All ball caps. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. And I unmuted. Son of a bitch. And I unmuted. Son of a bitch. Okay, that was interesting. Let's see. Now to catch back up. Got vintage ball caps and some other things that must be. Barry, how do you not know who your friends are? I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go to the restroom. All right. Uh, all right. Did I miss anything? Barry, I sent you a friend request on Facebook the other day. Did you accept it? Yep. Barry, you're in Vegas. I was just in Vegas in October. One of my good friends lives there. All right, Barry, if you're in Vegas, I need to know what your favorite steakhouse is. And if it is not the steakhouse that I am thinking, um, I don't know what to think of you. Now watch, you're going to be like a vegetarian or something. Barry, have you ever been to Herbs and Rye? Oh, you got to go to Herbs and Rye, man. Between 5 and 8, and then midnight and 3 a.m., they have happy hour. All steaks are 50% off. And it is the best steak I've ever had in my entire life. I go to Vegas 2-3 times a year. I eat there at least twice every time I go. Also during the happy hour is 50% cocktails as well. Oh, dude, it's on point. Absolutely. And the cool thing, because Vegas is obviously a hospitality industry predominantly, they do it twice. So they do it from midnight to 3 a.m. as well, which is awesome. Ruth Chris is good. I'd say it's in the top 10. I tell you what I love at Ruth Chris is the lobster mac and cheese. They have the second best lobster mac and cheese I've ever had. A place called the Steiner Ranch in Austin, Texas has the best lobster mac. Not that anybody cares of my opinion on lobster mac. Morton's is okay. Well, since you say that, Dwayne, Let me post a link here. So I hate telling stories all the time because I've been single my entire life. I've lived in 19 states, 42 cities. I've literally been everywhere and done everything. Um, I I've done a lot of shit. I owned three barbecue restaurants, catering company at one point, and then I got divorced. Um, but when I worked for the road show, every city we would go to, I would eat at two barbecue restaurants and two sushi restaurants in the city, and then I did a blog. There's my blog, and I would do a review on the sushi restaurants and the barbecue restaurants, and I did that for like 3 years, and then I had to start over like towards the end. Um, I used to do WordPress and then Blogspot, and then I merged my two blogs together. One day I updated, and then like only the last 15 or 20 uh, posts ever made it, and then I got pissed off and I just quit doing it. Yes, I wash my hands, Don. You know, I work with a guy who's now one of my best friends here in Dallas. And when I first moved here, I would tell stories like with my customers. I would tell, we'd have different things in common, and I would tell stories. And for like the first 4 months, he hated me. And then one day he showed up for work and was like, "Man, I owe you an apology." I was like, "For what?" He's like, "Well, I'll be honest." He's like, "For the last 4 months, I've hated you because I thought you were a pathological liar." He's like, "I went home last night and I Googled you." He's like, "And I owe you a huge apology." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, I mean, I've literally done everything under the sun. But being single my entire life, never having kids, um, has afforded me that opportunity. I want to post another link here if I can find it. Hmm. Bum, bum, bum. Bear with me. All right. So, one of my restaurants was a barbecue pizza joint and pizzeria. And I had a food critic come in one day, and he left this review. Don't let grandma hear what? Oh, owning restaurants sucked. I had three of them at one time. I did wash my hands. Thank you. So, anyway, it is 12:17 in the a.m. I should probably end this because I have to be at work in 6 hours and 45 minutes. See you, Barry. Take care. I need to get all of this stuff listed in here. Excuse me. I is getting tired. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and actually wrap this up. I appreciate you all watching. Appreciate the love and support. It does mean the world to me. And as always, please share your smile freely, without reservation, with everybody you come across. You don't know everybody's story. You don't know what they go through. Your smile may be the only bit of sunshine in somebody's day. So with that, I thank you all. God bless. And I will talk to you all tomorrow.